Hey guys, yes, here I am today with day 9 of my 30 days of vlogging video. This is kind of fun. Today I'm going to talk about youth because I've had some very interesting conversations with folks about like the problem with youth today and how we can help them, and how they lack motivation, dedication, follow through, values, and all that kind of stuff. And so I had a conversation yesterday that I thought would be an interesting topic to express. So I'm going to tell you what happened, and then I'm just going to share my view on the topic, and I hope that you guys will chime in and let me know your thoughts, on the topic. So on Monday, which was yesterday, I arrived at a school to lead a Girls Rule program. Most of you know I run an organization called Girls Rule here in the Chicagoland area, and we inspire girls to blend out, and we provide training for etiquette instructors, as well as teaching children etiquette. Will help them to develop social skills. It's a STEAM building, career exploration, and we also have a science, technology, engineering, and mathematics program, among other programs. So on Mondays, we do a Straight Girls Rule Club program, and that's a mentorship program, a STEAM building program, and they're also learning about creative media. So when I entered the school, one of the members came up to me and she said, "Hey, Miss B, my friend wants to come to the program today. Can she come?" And I said, "Sure. Does she have permission?" And she said, "Yeah, she called her mom and told her mom she had detention so she could stay after school." And I was like, okay. Right? And I'm like, what? Wait, hold on. That was just such a bizarre response. And I've had kids, drop out of other programs, like, athletic programs and other after school programming to be in Girls Rule, but I've never had a situation where a student, called their parent to tell their parent that, they had to go to detention. So that's why they had to stay after school, right? So I wrote about that on my Facebook page, and one of my friends said, why wouldn't she just be honest with her mother and tell her mother, where she is going? And she's like, "I wouldn't trust that girl further than I, could see her. She probably lies about everything." Right. And, I thought about that, and I guess that is one way to look at it, but I just kind of want to share my experience working with youth. And what I find is that there are kids who have to fight their way out of, through the school day, and sometimes fight their way out of their homes or their neighborhoods just to get to our program. And while you would think that sometimes the people who should be the most supportive, and sometimes that's parents, sometimes that's youth workers, sometimes, none of us is perfect. And so, sometimes those folks who you think are going to be the most supportive, we are not. I have had girls who have their parents, say to them, why you want to go to that? Oh, you think you this, or you think you that, because the girls are setting goals and they're learning how to achieve them. And they're really taking steps to create pathways out of poverty. And, sadly, sometimes we have dysfunctional family relationships. Sometimes even as youth workers, we create so much baggage for kids to kind of work themselves out of that we don't give them a chance. And the person who made this comment, I know they work with youth. And so I went on this long sort of, tangent about the fact that, I wonder how many children, so the whole thing with parents, that's one thing, right? But as youth workers, I really feel like we have to hold ourselves also to a high standard, because, when children don't have what they need at home, we're really supposed to be, helping them to make the connections, right? Or filling the gap of between what they have and what they need, especially if you're running mentoring programs, right? So I feel that as youth workers, and I know it's really hard, guys, I know it's really hard because sometimes we get jaded, but I don't judge any child that comes in my program. I don't judge their actions because I feel like too many times children are judged by their situation without people understanding their circumstance. So I know that, you know, sometimes kids are not getting the support they need at home to make positive changes in their lives, right? Because sometimes you have that crabs in a barrel kind of mentality, not only, you know, in society, you know, or in neighborhoods or at, you know, school or on the playground or whatever, but sometimes that happens in the home as well. So, you know, I would never look at that girl, you know, as, oh, she's just a lion. She's never going to be anything, you know, because she lied, because I don't know her circumstance. Now, we have to think about how we engage young people. And I'm talking about even our kids. I think about this even with my own daughter, and as I have raised her, that I can't allow her, or I can't give her baggage to hold on for the rest of her life, because that will shape, especially when it's negative, because that will shape how she views herself. So if, as youth workers, we're engaging children in a way that because they did this, they must be XYZ, or because they've made a past mistake, they're not going to be anything, you know, better than that, or they're going to be defined by that past behavior, we don't really give them an opportunity to succeed. And in turn, they won't want to come to our programs. They won't feel safe in our environments. They won't want to be a part of the environment we create. And when we do that, I just wonder, how many children do we lose? How many future, you know, plumbers, future bus drivers, teachers, attorneys, doctors, productive human beings do we lose as a result of are having these preconceived notions about who they are and not providing an opportunity for them to start fresh and anew? I know I'm probably going on a tangent, but I just wanted to share this because I really, 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 really feel that this is so important, because our children are under attack. Their integrity is under attack. Their sense of self is under attack. Their virtue is under attack. And if you don't believe that about little black girls, that their virtue is under attack every single day, we need to talk for real. But, you know, I just wanted to kind of put that out there. And hey, again, I know it's difficult. I know that it's easy to become jaded, but we cannot do this. We cannot engage them in the same way the world will engage them. And I'm speaking about that, you know, from a Christian perspective, but also, you know, as, you know, a youth worker. I just feel that that's so important. And I've seen children blossom when we don't hold them or, you know, box them into those preconceived notions that, you know, others have validated, and maybe even their behavior has validated. When we set a high standard for them, you will be amazed at how they, you know, rise. Just today, I had, our Girls Rule provides a STEM program for a school, and I had the coordinators of the program come to me and ask me, what am I doing in our sessions, because the boys who have the worst behavior in their program are angels in my session. And here again, you know, they told me these boys were like hell. It was so funny when we had the conversation about, you know, the needs of their program and, you know, just understanding a little bit of the background of the children and what they struggle with and those type of things. And so I knew that, but that's not how I approach them in the program. Again, even from session to session, I just won't allow myself to bog them down with that baggage, because just like the Lord allows us to wake up every day and start anew, we should provide our children with the same freedom. And again, those boys are like awesome in my class, and sadly they're bad in these other classes. So I got to work on that so that they carry that behavior out into, you know, their other academic and after school and social experiences. But, you know, here again, I just want to kind of put that out there, give us something to think about. You know, whether we're parents or, you know, whether we're working with youth or, you know, even other individuals in our lives, adults. You know, just emancipating their minds and giving them the freedom to not be held back, at least in our eyes, to the standards others have set for them, and, you know, inspiring them to do better. So in any event, let me know. I know I just unloaded a whole bunch of stuff, but I would love to hear what you guys think, and what the challenges are. You know, I don't know. It is such a struggle. I'm so passionate about working with youth. But in any event, I'm going to get out of here. I will see you guys later. Thanks for listening, and I look forward to hearing your feedback. Bye.